Dear friends, it's Father Laggia speaking to you from the Temple of the Queen of the Lilies in San Giorgio a Cremano, Naples, Italy. The social well-being spread as the Holy Father, Benedict XVI, named the growing differences between the few and richer and the many irredeemably poorer is nowadays under the eyes of everybody. Mother Lillian of Paradise in the Star of Poverty puts it this way. You can notice more and more the gap, the difference between the major capitalist states, rich, powerful, and the young nations who try to emerge, to give their own contribution to history, to life, and the cry of the poor, the anxiety of the oppressed, the groan of the dispossessed, the tears of those who suffer remain for many still an unanswered, painful call. Mother Lillian, after describing this dramatic gap between rich and poor, puts a question that leaves us at loss for words. Well, what to say to the new generation in favor of poverty, in order to get people to love poverty? In fact, after the description so realistic of the social well-being spread, we could have expected everything but not an invitation to love poverty. Let's see how Mother Lillian continues it. To our eyes is presented a unique and very evocative vision. It leaps out from 1,000 years of history and attracts us with the power, with charm, and its simplicity. In a grotto, in Bethlehem, in the silence of the night, the whimper of a child, and the joyous ecstasies of his mother. The Master of the universe, the Savior of the world, comes on the earth among us in the most cruel poverty, in the more authentic misery, his kingdom, his lordship, his house, his poverty, a humiliating and abject poverty, which will accompany him up to the Calvary. What a contrast! What we love so much, what fills our hearts and our senses with joy, those earthly goods respected and sought after so much by us, welcome not the King of creation. 2 planks of wood, a little bit of straw, and the cold of a manger, the holy wealth of the Son of God and of his loving mother. No creature on earth has been filled with the abundance of supernatural goods as the Heavenly Mother, and no creature lived poorer than her. A hidden, humble, and silent poverty surrounded the Queen of Heaven over the course of her life. Her existence was never softened, even briefly, by any earthly goals. Poor among the poor, she made of poverty her wealth, her love, her glory. My dear friends, in this passage, Mother Lillian makes us understand the essence of true poverty. O Sovereign of Heaven and Queen of my heart, it was not so much the external poverty which made of thee the beloved of God, but rather it was the inner one. The deprivation of the whole yourself made you associate to the mission of redemption of Christ. Finally, the following words makes us understand the why of the inestimable value of poverty. You were the poor by excellence, because even though you were the mother of God, you consider yourself always as nothing, relying always on God, the Holy One, who could satisfy their want, because His fullness of being. Your poverty of spirit was heroic, unconditional, unlimited, joyful, lily-like one, because only filled with your Jesus. At this point, my friend, the invocation to the White Queen of the Lilies to intervene in the world, procuring the change that it needs. Only you, O Queen of the world, can implement the radical renewal, the change of ideas, of attitudes, of ways of life that the world needs. When it comes to the way in which the Blessed Mother makes this change, we go straight to the essence of the mission that the Eternal. Eternal Father has entrusted to her since at the beginning. Mother Lillian, in fact, prays this way. O white queen of the lilies, bring Christ back to our humanity, the great revolutionary who with the gospel, without any politics and philanthropy, but only with the force of love, has renewed the face of the earth. Bring Christ back in our voluptuary society, showing to it the true face of him who, from Bethlehem to Golgotha, was the perfect embodiment of poverty. Bring Christ back to the modern youth. May young people get to feeling the charm, the attraction of being his followers, and despising the perishable goods of this earth. May they climb, in that burst of love, the peaks of perfection, following in the footsteps of his voluntary poverty. Bring Christ back in the earth of the mighty, of the learned, of the wise of this world, because they may discover the essence of evangelical poverty, which is not deprivation, but love to deprivation, unmasked every social convenience, every racial prejudice, bringing down pride and presumption, and walking in justice, equality, and peace. Dear friends, the Queen of the Lilies invites us in this month of February to try to live the virtue of poverty that we believe will allow us to obtain the true richness, God. It's all for now. Ciao, and God bless you always.